Hello, Gary Simon of DesignCourse.com. Today I'm going to be doing the review of the 7th DesignCourse.com Design Challenge, which was all about photo manipulation, titled Shattered World. The turnout wasn't very good, so I'm probably not going to be doing one of these photo manipulation contests again for the Design Challenge, but nonetheless, we did have some entries. I entered it myself just for the hell of it. So let's go ahead real quickly and do the review.
All right, so let me go down here to the first entry. These were just previews or inspirations. And also notice about these, they're all relatively simple in execution. You know, there's not a lot going on, although they're very interesting because, you know, they've been manipulated in such a way that makes them unique and thought-provoking. All right, so this one, you know, as he mentioned, it's not, it was made in Halloween, so it wasn't even for this contest, so it's not too relevant as another person mentioned here. So not really about a shattered world, maybe just a shattered individual. If I had to critique it, I would say, you know, you might want to dim the background so that the shatter effect is more easily visible, I would say. All right, so Janine, I think that's how you would pronounce that. There's a couple things here that just immediately I would say would make an improvement. So the second would be, or the first would be the contrast. So there's not much contrast going on right here. It's kind of dull. The colors kind of seem just, you know, the hands are good, or the skeleton hands, but the world is just kind of muted, and so you can't immediately see it, and it just kind of gets lost a little bit. Same thing with the skull. It just kind of seems a little bit muted. And another thing is everything seems just a little bit symmetrical, and so there's something called the rule of thirds. I'm going to bring it over here, right here. And so it's a rule of thumb. It's basically just guidelines about trying to make images or compositions and designs look interesting. And so basically the guideline proposes that an image should be imagined as divided into 9 equal parts by 2 equally spaced horizontal lines as seen here, and with the important components should be placed along these lines or at their intersections. So as we see in the center, there's really not too much important that's happening in the middle. But so we can see to the right here, the main focal point of this image, for example, is the tree in the little tiny island. We can see it's not centered up, and it's pushed over to the right. And so you can really read more about this and do a Google search on the rule of thirds, and you'll find a lot of information that'll go into that. And it definitely does help your images kind of take just one level up, I guess you could say, in terms of appearance. This one, it definitely follows the rule of thirds. So unfortunately, I still haven't gotten around to fixing this. So if you're logged in for a long time and then try to post, it lets you post, but it lost the session information. What the hell am I doing? Anyhow, so I have no clue who posted this, but fortunately, no one's getting prizes or anything. I don't do that for these entries, these challenges. But yeah, this is interesting. I think this is Earth. I'm not sure. Maybe it was. And it was manipulated heavy, in which case is cool because this is all about photo manipulation, and something just gnarly over here is happening, or something's exploding or whatever. Pretty cool. I don't have really too much more to say other than that. Let's check out the images, though. I didn't actually check this out at all. Okay, so this is just a planet. It wasn't an actual photograph, though, unfortunately. But that's okay. All right, so let's go down here. This is ALG portfolio. I think back when I was picking winners, this person won a few. So what's happening here is quite a bit, actually. Let me just try to scale out the browser so we could see it. Something tells me that this was possibly a part of another contest. I don't know, because Bigger Vern posted something that he created, and it kind of has 2 elephants and a tortoise as well. He mentioned that this is for a different contest, but no big deal. Yeah, so unlike the ones at the top here, which are all pretty simplistic in their idea and execution, there's a lot going on here. So I like the actual Photoshop work and what is done to try to, you know, make this look like an interesting image. But let's see here. I think because if this is due to, I guess you could say, maybe a different contest or a challenge or whatever, it's not entirely 100%, I guess you could say, relevant. I mean, I understand it's a shattered world up here. There's half of it gone. But the other stuff, I mean, I guess you could say it's just fantasy / abstract. And in that sense, it's effective. But yeah, I do like the actual work done in Photoshop, so I don't have anything to critique there. And here's another one. I imagine the Earth has a fragile egg cracking and spilling its yolk into space. So yeah, it achieves that idea and that look, I guess you could say. Really, it requires a lot of work to kind of make that look like a realistic sort of thing, you know, I guess you could say. And so the idea was a cool idea. I think also in terms of the composition, scaling this down a lot, you know, this main thing, and getting it away from the edge so much would be definitely an improvement, just so we can kind of see, you know, give it some white space between the main image here. That would have helped for sure. And then we have the same sort of idea up here compared to the one from ALG portfolio. And again, just a lot happening, kind of diverged or got away a little bit from the initial images I posted. But yeah, cool nonetheless. There's just a lot happening. So I'm kind of a minimalist. So when it comes to elements, I'm trying to ideally try to keep them to a minimum. Other than that, cool stuff. And here's one that I made just for the heck of it. I never entered these contests, and I felt like entering. I may do a video tutorial on this. And I forgot to heed my own rules. I didn't even post in the the reference images. I should have done that, damn it. But yeah, all I did was take an NASA Earth photo, and then a couple cracked Earth photos, and this matchstick, and then everything else, the flames and stuff, and the work in here was all done in Photoshop. So yeah, sorry. I just had like this 2.5 hour tennis match and my head's like fried. Anyhow, this is my contribution. And then I think the most awesome one in terms of idea, just insanity, is this one from Macorus. Let me zoom up here. Oops, there we go. Very interesting. We got a panda, we got a cow. We have some whales and dolphins. That's just awesome. I mean, I can't even critique it because, I mean, you include these elements and it immediately becomes a masterpiece. You know, the fact that these aren't blurred or anything, these shadows, that doesn't matter. This is just awesome. All right, so yeah, you know what? I'm probably going to stay away from doing photo manipulation design challenges. I just don't think it's right for the audience. You guys aren't interested in that sort of thing, apparently. So in the next design challenge, so we've had 7 of them so far, and each one is focused on something entirely different in terms of design. The next challenge, I'm going to be focusing on a logo design one. I think we'll get a lot more entries, and people will be more in their element, I think. All right, so check out DesignCourse.com. Subscribe here on YouTube if you haven't yet, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. And it might just be the Design Challenge 8. I'm not sure yet, though. All right, goodbye.